Starting with the name of the God, dear students, we are going to discuss today a very good topic of physics and mathematics as well. That is called scalar and vector quantities. So first of all, we should know that what is a scalar quantity. Scalar quantity. What is a scalar quantity? Scalar quantity is a quantity which only needs magnitude. We only need magnitude to define it or to explain it. For example, if you are going to take some sugar from the market, so you will say that I need 5 gram sugar or 500 grams of sugar, 5 kg sugar. You don't say that I need 5 kg sugar towards north. There is no need to tell the direction to purchase the sugar, or if you want to purchase oil or milk from the market, you only say the shopkeeper that I need 1 liter of milk or 1 liter of oil, but you never say that I will need 1 liter of oil in the north or in south, because there is no need to tell the direction. So those quantities for which only magnitude is required to explain them are called scalar quantities. So the quantities which have only magnitude, for example such as area and time, are called scalar quantities. The quantities which have both magnitude and direction are called vector quantities. On the other hand, for vector quantities you need to define the direction as well. So as we see that the scalar quantities are the quantities which don't need any direction to explain them. We don't need any direction. The quantity is, or magnitude is enough for them. For example, 5 kg sugar, 3 liter milk. There is no need to tell the direction, only magnitude is enough. So these kind of quantities are called scalar quantities. But we have those kind of quantities which we need to tell the direction as well. For example, we are going to some place. We are actually ask a person a direction of a particular place. So he will give how he will tell us the direction. He will say that you will go 5 kilometer right and 6 kilometer left towards that, from that street, then you will reach your desired point. So without right and left, 5 kilometer, if you only say us that 5 kilometer and 10 kilometer, it will not enough. He should also give us information about the right and left, that 5 kilometer right from this place where you are standing, and then there is a place, there is a chalk comes, there are a lot of streets come, and you will go to the 10 kilometer right from that place, then you will reach your destination. So we need the direction as well. So those quantities in which we need direction and magnitude both are called vector quantities. So vector quantities are those quantities in which we need direction and magnitude both. So examples of the vector quantities are velocity, velocity is a speed, and also displacement is the shortest distance between 2 points, as we know. So displacement is also a vector quantity. Velocity is also a vector quantity. Velocity have speed and direction in it as well. So how can we represent a vector? A vector can be represented by a direct line segment whose direction is that of the vector and whose length represent the magnitude of the vector. For example, if we want to draw a vector on a scale, if there is a point, there are 2 points. For example, this is a point P and this is a point Q. So we want to show the displacement of point P from Q. So how we will as we know that displacement is a vector quantity, so we will draw a straight line from P to Q, and we will also define its direction as well. We will take this straight perpendicular as a north, and we will measure this angle, and we will say that this PQ displacement is a vector and it is 75, for example 75 or 70 degree from north. So this will define, if it is 8 kilometer, for example it is 7 kilometer, then this 7 kilometer is the magnitude and this is the direction, that 70 degree from the north, this is direction. So displacement needs both direction and magnitude. So we need both of these kind of things to define the direction and magnitude of a vector. The magnitude of a vector is what is the magnitude of a vector? The vector magnitude is the length of the corresponding line segment. This is, and on the paper this 7 kilometer is, we cannot draw 7 kilometer on the paper. So that's why we have to make a scale to draw it on our paper. That how we can draw it? This line is not 7 kilometer exactly. This is some bit of 2 inches line. If I say this the length of line is, for example, 2 inches, then we have to draw 7 kilometer on the paper. How can we draw it? We can draw it by making a scale. How can we make the scale? We will say that 3.5 kilometer is equal to 1 inch. Then 7 kilometer is 2 inches. So that's how we will draw this vector on our paper. That is the way to draw a vector on our paper. So magnitude of the vector is depend upon our scale. How can we draw this 7 kilometer on our paper? We have to make a scale in order to draw this thing on our paper. How can, now we will see that what are equal vectors. Equal vectors are those vectors whose magnitude and direction both are same. If those two vectors have same magnitude and direction, they are called equal vectors. For example, now we will see that what are the equal vectors. As we see in this book that there are a lot of vectors. this vector A and vector AB and vector CD both have the same magnitude and the same direction as well, so they are the equal vectors. How we will know that these two vectors have the same magnitude? Because these two vectors are equal in length and have the same direction as well, so these both vectors are called equal vectors. This vector Q also have the same magnitude as this AB and CD vectors have. The magnitude of these three vectors are same, but this vector's direction is opposite to these two, so that's why this Q is not an equal vector of these two vectors. But on the other hand, this P is also have the same magnitude, same length as these two vectors, and also the direction of this P is also same. So this P is an equal vector of these two vectors. This is an equal vector of these two vectors because the length of this vector is also similar with these two and the direction is also the same. So that's why this P is equal vector to these two vectors. So that's why, and we can also define a vector as a column vector. What is column vector? For example, there is a vector, we have this vector on our Cartesian plane, and this is a vector in our Cartesian plane. It is 1 2 3 4 and 5 boxes on the x-axis, 1 2 3 4 5, and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 on the y-axis, 1 2 3 4 5 on the x-axis. So we can represent this vector as a column vector like that. 5 8, we will write the value of x-axis on here and value of y-axis here, so this vector can be represented by 5 8. For example, we have this vector, this point is our. So how can we write the column vector of this vector? This is our reference point. We will measure the x-axis, 1 box, 2 box, and the boxes of y-axis, we will count the boxes of y-axis as well, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So the column vector of this vector is 2 6. This vector, this AB vector column vector is 2 6, and CD column vector is also 2 6. This QP column vector is also, as you can see, 2 and 1 2 3 4 5 6, 2 6. The column vector of these three and this vector is also 2 6, but these three vectors are equal vectors. On the other hand, this is not equal to them because the direction of this vector is opposite. So now you will also get the idea that how we will write the column vector of any vector. That's the point that we have to consider it as well. So as you know that what is column vector as well, with the help of column vector you can also find the magnitude of any vector. For example, this is a vector A and B, you want to find the magnitude of A and B. What you will do, you will take the x value square and y value square and under root. This is actually a Pythagoras theorem, because this will make a right angle triangle. So this is the value, the 5 is the value of x axis. As you know that in a right angle triangle, the hypotenuse, perpendicular and base, and hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square and base square. So this vector is also making a right angle triangle. We want to calculate the magnitude of this vector. So this is hypotenuse. So this AB square is equal to x square base square plus perpendicular square. Base value is 5, perpendicular value is 8, and this AB, if you take the under root of both sides, the square of the AB will removed, and that's how you can find out the value of AB. For example, the value of x is 5, you will take the square, the value, this is 8, you will take the square, it is 25 and it is 64, and then you will take the under root, and that's how you will find the value of the magnitude of a vector. That's how you will find out a magnitude of the vector. So as you can see in this example 3 as well, that we can find out the magnitude of a vector with this formula, because this will make a right angle triangle. So right angle triangle, hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square and base square, right angle triangle. So every vector is also making a right angle triangle as well. What is the column vector? My question is also to you, the student, is that what is the column vector of this? What is the column vector of this vector? Here we can see that a vector direction is from downward. So downward, so its x-axis is, this is our reference point, and the x-axis is in the opposite direction. In as you know, if I want to explain another thing to you. As you people know that this is our Cartesian plane, this is our y-axis, this is our x-axis, this is our y dash axis, this is our x dash. The values of a x-axis on this quadrant, this is first quadrant. In first quadrant, all the values of x-axis and y-axis are positive. If a vector is lie in this quadrant, the value of x-axis is minus, negative, while the value of y-axis is positive. So in this example which we have here, this is our reference point, and the vector lies in the second quadrant. In second quadrant, the value of x is negative. So 1, 2, 3, this vector is negative. Student, now we are going to discuss about that how we will write the column vectors of any vector. For example, we have a vector here u. We want to write the column vector of this vector. We will count the x-axis box of our Cartesian plane 1 and 2, and the direction of x-axis box is on the right side. So if we have the direction of the boxes on the right side, we will take it as a 2 and positive, and y-axis direction is downward. So if we have the direction of the our y direction is downward, we will take it as 5 negative because it is downward, and 2 positive because it is right. Here if we are taking RS value, if we want to take the value of RS, we will count the boxes of x-axis. They are 3 and they are on the right direction. So RS value of x-axis is 3 positive, and 2 boxes are upward, so that's why 2 is positive as well. On the other hand, this TU, the quantity of x-axis box, this is our reference point, starting point. So the value of these boxes are 4 and they are on the right side, so that's why the value of the x is positive, because they are on the right side. It is positive 4 and it is downward. So downward, if we have value of y is downward, as I said earlier, this is -5, so this is -3 because it is downward. So now I think that you will able to understand that why this is -3, why here it is -3 or it is positive 2, because it is upward. Y-axis, y value is upward. I will show you on the copy as well. For example, we have this vector here and it is part of this box. So we have, what is the value of this particular vector AB? Column vector of this AB should be 1 2 3 4 5. AB column vector is 5. 1 2 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 8. Why? Because the y is upward, that's why y is positive, and the x is right side, that's why x is positive as well. On the other hand, if we have a vector, for example, like this, and we want to show the direction of this vector, if it is 1 now I will count the x-axis. X-axis is 1 2 3 4 5 on the right, so that's why it is positive, but y is 1 2 3 4 5. Y is 5 as well, but y is negative because it is downward, it is not upward. If the y is downward, it is negative. If the x is on the left, it is negative. So the value of this xy vector is 5 minus 5. Why minus 5? Because the value of y-axis is -5. That's why it is -5. So hopefully you will be able to understand that how to write a column vector as well. I will bring another video for you in coming days. So the second part of this vectors series. So please keep in touch with me. Hopefully that you will find this video informative. Kindly subscribe to my channel and help me out. Thanks a lot, students.